Committee. Congressman, thanks very much for coming in. You've said some horrible things about Dennis Rodman, saying that his going there to celebrate the birthday, if you will, of Kim Jong-un would be sort of like someone going to Nazi Germany in the 30s and celebrating Hitler's birthday. But explain what you meant by that.
Well, first of all, Kim Jong-un is a brutal dictator. He inherited his presidency from his father, who received it from his father. People in North Korea are dying, are being imprisoned, are being starved. It's one of the most repressive regimes on earth. They have illegal nuclear weapons. And so for Dennis Rodman to go there and call this dictator, this thug, his friend, and bring a basketball and make as if everything is just hunky-dory, I think is just a disgrace. And when you consider that we have an American citizen, Mr. Kenneth Bay, who's been imprisoned there for no reason whatsoever, I just think that it's basically giving him the stamp of approval, and he doesn't deserve the stamp of approval. I said it was akin to having lunch with Adolf Hitler, because I think that Mr. Kim is looking to sanitize himself, and Dennis Rodman is really being duped, and it's just something that needs to be dealt with, needs to be criticized, because we don't want to aid and abet a brutal regime that has blood dripping from their hands.
I know that the Obama administration, the State Department, says that it has nothing to do with his visit by Dennis Rodman and other former NBA players to North Korea, that this is not an official U.S. visit or anything along those lines. But as far as you know, and you're a key member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, did the administration actually go out and urge Dennis Rodman not to go to North Korea, or did they just stay on the sidelines and let him do whatever he wants?
Well, I'm not aware of any conversation that the administration has or hasn't had with Dennis Rodman, but I think it's just common sense. I mean, unless Dennis Rodman can bring Mr. Bay back to the United States, I'll have changed my opinion about this. But since this doesn't seem to be the case, in fact, Dennis Rodman yesterday was talking about Mr. Bay as if he had committed some kind of crime or something, which we know for sure is not the case. And I think it's outrageous that an American citizen is sort of becoming part of the Gulag there, and we have this sanitizing of the brutal regime of Mr. Kim. So I'm not aware of any conversations that were had. I don't think they were had, and frankly, I think this is just a ridiculous thing when Dennis Rodman calls this dictator his friend and sings happy birthday to him on his 31st birthday. Frankly, Dennis Rodman should be ashamed of himself.
Eliot Engel, not mincing any words at all. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. More news right after this.